Hey guys, I'm Sarah Molnar. I am a 2-star qualifying Beachbody coach, and I wanted to talk to you today about my Power Hour. A little background on me: I became a Beachbody coach June 16th of 2014, became Diamond 38 days later, and on my 4-month anniversary, which was yesterday, I became 2-star qualifying. So I'm here to share with you my Power Hour and how I stay organized. I am also a mom of 4 small children with their busy schedules, and I'm also a personal trainer, so I have a very busy, crowded day, and I wanted to share with you how I fit my Beachbody business into my life. So first and foremost, I always go on to my back office on teambeachbody.com. I check to see my customers, and I check to see if any of my coaches have added any new coaches so that I can welcome them. Those are my 2 big things. And then I also look at the breaking news to see if there's any updates and things that I need to communicate to my team. The next thing I do is I go into my challenge groups. Now on Facebook, what I try to do is, my computer just turned off, is I don't look at any of the messages, and I know it's tempting. It's like, ooh. And I don't look at any of the notifications, nothing popping up. I go right to my challenge groups. I do run 2 a month, and they are very full, so I have to try and keep track of what everybody's doing in those, so I can't get distracted. But that's what I do, is I go to my challenge groups. The next thing I do is I look at my calendar. So I'm going to walk you over there. This is what's helped me stay organized. I have lots of calendars in my house. So this is my calendar that I have, and it just has me aware of what's going on that day and that week. I usually schedule it. I don't schedule it for the month. I schedule it for the week because things change. I've had a lot of coaches that contact me that want to talk to me about how I've become successful, so I've had to throw those on the calendar and take things out. So just like I plan my meals week to week, I also plan my Beachbody business week to week. So I have on here, GSR calls that I need to do, my team calls, videos that I want to put on my like page, things like that. This is a little bulletin board I have. Something that my daughter made for me that's very inspirational, because this area will be my office. I'm just on hold on getting a desk, so I go back from my dining room to the little art room area that we have. So also I have important phone numbers, coach relations, which I've now memorized because I call them so much. And I also have my team call phone-in number because I should know that by heart, but sometimes I just forget it. I have my receipts up there. I should put them in an envelope, but again, until I get organized, I'm only 4 months in, so I'm still putting this all together. But that's what's worked for me, is putting it up with a push pin and keeping track of it that way. So this board is for my downline, and you can see, even being 2-star, it's not a lot of coaches. It doesn't have to be a lot of coaches to become 2-star. It has to be inspiring 2 coaches to get you. So I have my emeralds in green, I have my diamonds in blue, because there is no sparkly dry erase marker. And then over here is my husband's business and his downline, which is my downline, because my husband, even though he is one of my coaches, he has nothing to do with it. I run his business, just like I run everything else in the house, right? Right? The mothers know what I'm talking about. So this is empty. This is another dry erase board that I use, so if I'm doing something for my like page, and I want to talk about, I did one on alcohol and the breakdown of alcohol in your body and what happens. It's very nice to be able to talk and show people. I'm a visual person. I always have, and I always will be. So that dry erase board helps me. So another thing that I have, let me set you down, is I have my inspirational from Carl that he wrote right there, and $100. That I'm still trying to figure out how to slide out. But this is an award that I won, very proud of, very exciting. So I keep that there to stare at until I get my desk. This is my handy dandy notebook. If you watch Blue's Clues, you know what I'm talking about. So eat, sleep, breathe, work out, even though it's not on there, win. But that's how I look at it. So I love this notebook. This is really how I roll. So in here, pages, okay? This is something that I have, and I just, as I'm thinking of something, whether I'm on the computer, whether I'm making dinner. This is something that I do. Boom, a thought comes in my head, I write it down. When I've done it or I've completed it, I highlight it so I know I don't have to go back to it. But I'm a list person. I do like writing something out and I love crossing it out, but I do highlight it just in case I think, did I ever write that down and did I ever do it? Because that's how my mind rolls sometimes with homework and dance and Girl Scouts and the baby wants something, life gets crazy. So that's how it works for me. And then I have my binder. This binder helps me too. So my first page, oh, I gotta throw, is some of the orders that I know are happening for the month or next month's. People that are saying, I want to be in your November challenge group, you know, I tell them, okay, you can order now or you can order November 1st to get it in time. I plan my challenge groups. I run 2 a month. And I plan them mid-month. Why do I do that? Because if I planned it for November 1st, that would be October Success Club. And I don't want it for October. You can do it that way if you're desperate to get, you know, some Success Club points. But what I do is I do it, usually it's like 2 weeks in, so that people have to order November 1st. And I make it that, you know, the challenge group is. So a lot of times I have a backup for the month. I hope that makes sense to you guys. So, so that's my first page, and then I highlight it when they bought. So potential customers, I learned to leave some space because I write FU, which is follow up, for follow up, and I put the date so I know when I followed up with them, and the date when I did it, and what we talked about. And then when they do place an order, I just highlight them. So these are all my people, and then I just highlight them. You know, rarely do I ever cross anyone out because I do believe if they say no, it just means not right now. And guess what? That's okay. That's okay. I'm here. I'm here whenever you're ready. But I will keep in touch with you, obviously. My challenge groups. So again, these are all the challenge groups that I have had since June 16th. My first one was actually July 1st. So this is my past challenge groups and everybody in them. But what I do now, I've realized, is that even though when I'm adding somebody to the challenge group, like I said before, sometimes they're not placing the order till that month. So now what I do is I highlight them. So this is the current challenge groups of what I have. Sometimes they overlap, but how I stay organized with that is through Hootsuite. Hootsuite has helped me so much. If you don't know about it, it's HOOTSUITE. It is a program. It's an app. I can't figure out the app on the phone. I'm not very gifted that way, but I do it online, and you can post, you can do a message, and it will post for you later on in the day or the next couple days. So for my challenge groups, I don't have to get up now anymore at 6 in the morning and come down and what am I talking about? What do I want to post about while I'm drinking my coffee? I don't have to think about that anymore. I can do it the day before and think, you know what, I want to talk to them about carbohydrate intake, and I want to talk to them about their sugar intake, and I can set it up so that the next day it'll hit at whatever time I want, and I love that. And I do it on my Happy Healthy Sarah page too, on my like page, because I can bang them out. Because, you know, like this Saturday I have a bachelorette party. I'm not going to be able to be online, but I still want, you know, the audience to know I'm there. I still want my challengers to know that I am thinking of them. So I use the Hootsuite to keep them on schedule and to keep them on track. So I do work the business every single day. I will tell you that, even as a mom of 4. I do work the business every single day. Inviting, which I also say share. I know it's invite, but I think it's also share. Because you can invite people, but also share your story every day. Number 2, of course, be the product. And I drink my Shakeology every day. I post pictures about me drinking Shakeology. I do videos about why I drink Shakeology. I do the workouts, obviously. And the 3, the personal development is critical. I do believe that because there's days where everybody gets in that funk of that roller coaster of like, oh, I'm in such a high and I got a message. Ooh, I'm in such, and all of a sudden you're like, crickets, nothing. And you really need to believe that you're on your way to being successful. And sometimes 10 minutes of that personal development is something that will, you know, get you back in gear and realize, yeah, I am in this for me. Because let's be honest, even if you hear 20 no's, you get that one yes, and you're like, yes, and you're like on fire. And those 20 no's don't mean anything anymore. And sometimes, which I've realized, and again, I'm only 4 months in, those people back in July, they keep seeing me post, and they keep seeing me in my challenge groups, and they keep seeing in my challenge groups that they're losing inches and that they're healthier and their insides are better. So their outsides are better, I always say. And they're like, you know what? Tell me more about the challenge group again. Like, tell me exactly. So keep posting, keep people interested, because although they're not commenting, they are thinking about it. They're always thinking about it. They read it, it's in their head. They read it, it's in their head. And eventually they'll get to the point where, you know, I always say when you're posting a message and you're sharing something, it doesn't always have to be message me, message me, message me. It can click like, I'll message you. Because sometimes for people, it's really hard for them to type out, you know, message me. And then it's like out there and it's like, oh God, everybody's seeing it. Or, you know, it's something that I think when you're saying message me, it becomes too salesy. So promote the whole click like if you want more information. And then I'm able to, you know, reach out to them and establish a conversation with them. So it's just a little, no, sidetrack. So, and then I have another one for my potential coaches. And then I have one for all of my coaches. So this is really what I do every single day. And I do try to connect with my coaches at least once to twice a week, just checking in with them. Again, 4 months in, so I don't have this crazy downline. But I do think it's important for them to be successful, that they know that they can count on you and be there for you, especially new people, because you're lost, you're so overwhelmed, and I still am overwhelmed. But I think what's so great is that when you're overwhelmed and excited, that shows you're really wanting to be a part of the business. So that's really awesome. So I hope this video helped you. And if you have any questions, please let me know. I do have a like page called Happy Healthy Sarah. So you can click like and you can take whatever you want from it. So I hope you guys have a great day.